Welcome to PITSS, in short, PITS, the leading provider of Oracle Forms technology solutions. As an Oracle Certified Advantage Partner, PITS has achieved the most senior level of Oracle partnerships. During the next couple of minutes, we'll be introducing our tool PITSCon as the upgrade solution for the newest Oracle Forms version 11G. We'll show you how quickly and thriftily you can upgrade to an up-to-date web architecture. By Oracle Forms application, we mean the complete client application with all the corresponding objects, the Oracle reports, the entire source code, and of course the corresponding databases in their respective versions. With PITSCon for upgrading to Oracle Forms 10G, 11G respectively, we're offering you the leading and best repository-based tool for Oracle Forms. The unique dead code analysis with PITSCon reduces your application size by an average 20%. Additionally, you can analyze your existing business logic with regard to redundant logic and achieve another reduction of the entire source code by an average 10%. You'll receive a 100% Oracle Conform Forms upgrade, which means you'll have an Oracle Forms application that will be compatible at least until 2017. That way you automate far more than 95% of your Forms upgrade within just a few days. PITSCon offers complete documentation and an upgrade that can be reproduced anytime, among other numerous functions. Let's take a look at the technology and work approach of PITSCon. PITSCon is based on its own repository, which in turn is built upon an Oracle database. The complete Forms applications are uploaded into this repository. Using an API layer, the programs and all the information are dissolved into smaller components. The parser dismantles the objects into the smallest granulated elements of variables and parameters without losing track of reference information and dependencies. What follows is an organized deposit of all information in the PITSCon own data model, which in turn yields a database that transcends the scope of the Oracle developer. To a developer, this means previously inaccessible reference information becomes available, even beyond individual objects. PITS recommends analyzing the application thoroughly before upgrading and removing dead code and rudiments that are no longer being used. To do this, all of the used code is tracked, analyzed, and eventually the dead code is removed. By average, PITSCon customers achieved a 20% reduction. That means a significantly more trimmed-down application as a whole and ultimately reduced cost. Before the upgrade, PITSCon can identify redundant logic and so create the premise for bundling this logic, whereby the entire application is further reduced by an average 10%. Let's take a closer look at the possible issues surrounding Forms upgrades and how to work with PITSCon. Upgrade challenges can be divided into 4 categories. These are as follows: functions that are no longer supported by the web, functions with different methodologies, platform-specific functions, and functions that cause performance issues. Here are some of the functions which are no longer supported: mouse events, which no longer exist in their familiar complexity, GIFs that can no longer be displayed and require conversion, Windows-specific VBX and ActiveX controls must be replaced by workarounds or renewed with Java beans. Objects such as sound items or the image control, which have become obsolete, must be removed from the application. One example is replacing a client functionality such as getFileName with WebUtil, an Oracle standard library that enables you to work from an application server. New functionalities are the result of program transfers from the client environment to the application server. These functions are available, but their content needs to be adjusted to the new environment. For example, host, ORI/FFI, or interaction with a local file system. Another example is the text I/O that no longer conducts its operations from the client but from the application server. Platform-specific features also pose a possible challenge. They are caused by the operating system switch from Windows to the client on Linux or Unix on the server. This mechanism often applies both to the commonly used host command and to other, older client functions. When switching to Linux or Unix, attention must be paid to case sensitivity, which can be an issue throughout the entire application. Fonts must be adjusted to the new environment as well as to the new screen resolution. On the other side, the OLE container known under version 6i can often only be replaced by a Java component. This step may very possibly require manual action. The final migrational challenge may possibly be a function that leads to an increasingly overloaded network. Some of these functions are synchronize for refreshing the interface, the timer for controlling the course, or the tabbed canvases, which each retrieve graphic information by turning the page on the server. The frequent repetitive use of these commands can create so much network access, it may very well cause almost any network to break down. This is a case where one should analyze and identify the way in which these functions are used, and if necessary, replace them with the workarounds. That way you can operate the application from a new vantage point with the same level of performance as before. With PITSCon, you can manage each one of these required steps and save them in templates. These templates can be consolidated to complex projects as you wish. For the upgrade from Form 10G to 11G alone, PITSCon provides over 200 predefined templates. Customers can individually tailor these templates according to their projects. PITSCon is able to precisely analyze forms with regard to the upgrade process, even those with several thousands of applications and within just a few hours. That way it can evaluate an upgrade from Forms 10G to 11G. After the analysis and definition of the upgrade project, the Forms application is run through all those templates that realize the implementation by ways of the search and replace functions in PITSCon. The result is a 100% automated implementation of customer-specific upgrade projects, which can be repeated and adjusted any time as necessary. In our illustration, we edited and implemented a full upgrade project client server to Web Forms 11G of PITSCon, 527 forms programs, 78 menus, 28 PL/SQL libraries, as well as 5 object libraries and 321 reports. Obviously, there are special features just like with any other project. One of these is Oracle Graphics, which is no longer supported by the web forms. This may require a few manual steps when dealing with a tool-supported migration. As soon as these manual steps as well as the application test are completed, you once again have at your disposal an Oracle-supported Forms application. With its statement of direction in October 2008, Oracle has already guaranteed support for the current Forms version until at least 2017. Using PITSCon, hundreds of Oracle Forms customers as well as international consulting firms have successfully realized their Oracle Forms upgrade within just a few weeks or months. Now they are benefiting from the many additional PITSCon functions. PITSCon is an official Oracle recommendation and is successfully used in analysis and upgrade projects. In conclusion, we would like to draw your attention to the savings you will experience with regard to project duration and project costs when using a PITSCon-based upgrade project. Naturally, you will also benefit from significant quality improvement through applied automation. Forms customers frequently measure their upgrade in months or years. The project cost is calculated from hundreds and thousands of estimated man-days from manual editing of the Forms upgrades. Because 1,000 man-days spent with manual upgrading tasks cannot be distributed among endless resource or development teams, project duration periods a year or longer are often the case. With PITSCon, you can reduce your project duration to just a few weeks or months. Why don't you order the free Forms analysis and receive a precise offer for the desired Forms upgrade with accurate information regarding project duration and project cost? You send us your Forms application, confidentially of course, and we'll analyze it with special attention paid to all necessary requirements for a successful Forms upgrade.